BARC currently does not have a shelter director who works on site at BARC full-time and has not had a full-time shelter director since March of 2012. If elected, would you support hiring a shelter director who would work at BARC's facility full-time and who would have the authority to implement life-saving programs that would greatly increase the life outcomes of healthy and treatable pets?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, if you can't go and question the person that is responsible for the program because they're not there 100% of the time, how are you ever supposed to be able to address the problem? So I would 100% want to be able to see a full-time employee to be able to take over that, but also want to make sure that they're living up to the responsibilities. If I did my job 7% of the time, I would be fired. If I was elected as your city council member for at-large position 4 and I did my job 7% of the time, you'd vote me out, right? So therefore, I would want to be able to make sure that they lived up to the performance standards of what they were hired for as a full-time employee.
Okay, well, it sounds like I need to talk to the president of my HOA because he is a wonderful animal rights advocate and he's retired, so he could definitely fill that position. And he would be awesome at it. And I think, in my opinion, and a lot of our neighbors. Anyway, you definitely need to have a full-time person there. Somebody cannot really administer anything from a distance and know everything that's going on. I think every time you see something like that, it does not end well. You don't get what you expect, you get what you inspect, was something that my first sergeant major in the military drilled into my head very much, and it was a good lesson to learn. And if you don't have somebody there full-time, how can you have that kind of accountability? How can you really have any positive change? We could enact all these policies, but if there's not somebody there full-time to actually enact these policies and hold them accountable for it, if they don't, then you're just really, they're policies on paper and name only, and that's not where we want to get to.
I think it's very important that you have somebody that's driving the ship. And we need to make sure we have that full-time director there. We need to pay them appropriately for that position. They need to make sure, I like to see all department heads now live in the city of Houston. Not the Woodlands, not Pearland, not Galveston. I want them to be here so they understand what we go through as residents of this great city. That's important. And when this director comes on board, I want to make sure that they're out there at these shelters. Sometimes unannounced like I used to, but that makes our good workers out there because you never know who's looking behind you. And I want them there on top, and I want to make sure that they follow that policy I just said. If they want to kill, they need to leave.
We know what we want to do, we know what we need to do. Let's talk about how we're going to do it, all right? We just talked about there's over 100 no-kill shelters already. They're doing a great job out there. Let's pick the top 5, top 10. Then let's go poaching like you do in college football, okay? Let's send a group of us up there. Let's make them an offer they can't refuse. And let's face it, who wouldn't want to come to Houston? It's a great city. And let's bring some of the best top talent in the country here as opposed to just trying to find some junior league, okay? Thank you.
As a former employee of the ARA department, I can tell you firsthand that the guy that they let go was a good guy. What they did with the money was gave it to the other employees and gave them raises. That money should have went back to the BARC department. They don't do anything else with it. But the other department directors got a raise. The city of Houston is top heavy. Let me tell you, it's top heavy, okay? So we can save right there, all right? And yes, we do need a full-time guy at BARC, or a girl, BARC, ladies and or girl, guy, girl, at BARC, to handle that. I think we have so many ladies here tonight. We need a full-time lady at BARC to handle our BARC operation. And the city of Houston does a great job at promoting volunteerism, even the mayor herself. But look at all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. We're killing too many children. We're killing too many people. We're killing too many family members, too many animals. Houston needs to be a no-kill city.